Let's learn about our modals of ability, can, could, and able to. And if you need more practice, I do have a unit on this linked in the description below. And it also goes over a bunch of other modals that you definitely need to know before you ever start your first or second conditional sentences. All right, let's go. What modals do we use for ability? So we use can and is able to for an ability in the present. We use could and was able to for an ability in the past. Now, we do have to be careful with is able to because we do need to conjugate the verb to the subject correctly. So I would say, I am able to, you are able to, he, she, it is able to, we are able to, you are able to, they are able to, right? Same for was and were. I was able to, you were able to, he, she, it was able to, we and they were able to. Now, there is no difference between using can and is, am, are able to, and there's no difference between using could or was and were able to. So you might be asking, why do we even use be able to? Well, when we're speaking about inability, using be able to, whether in the present or the past, just gives us another way to speak without being repetitive, without constantly saying can or could. And really, when you have a couple of different ways to say something, it definitely helps you sound like a native English speaker. All right, so let's start with reading some informational text and identifying is able to or was able to. And what I mean by that is it's not going to be exactly is able to. It could be is, am, or are able to, or was, were able to. So be able to in the present or the past. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can find 4 sentences that use this modal. And when you're ready to see the answers, hit play. Let's see if you found them. And let's read the informational text together so we can practice our fluency. And when we get to the modal, I will underline it. Here we go. The solar system is an absolutely fascinating place that humans have always been curious about. Our ancestors weren't able to study the stars and planets like we are today. In fact, the first telescope wasn't invented until 1608. Then, astronomers studied the stars and planets more closely. They were able to learn about the different planets' paths and chemical makeup. Today, scientists are able to send spacecraft to explore these planets up close. These spacecraft have cameras that take pictures and collect important data for scientists to study. Thanks to these missions, we are able to learn more and more about the mysteries of our solar system. All right, did you find all 4? And most importantly, I forgot to mention, but we should know what verb comes after a modal? Verb 1, right? So able to study, able to learn, able to send, and again, able to learn. All right, now let's do some practice. These sentences all use can, but I want you to replace them with is able to, are able to, or am able to. Again, this allows us to have just a little bit more fluency in our English speaking and writing. So go ahead and pause the video, write out the correct modal to replace can, and when you're ready to see the answers, hit play. Okay, let's take a look at number 1. Number 1 says the baby can say dada. So the baby is a he or she, so we want to use is able to. Let's go ahead and read this sentence using is able to together. Number 1, The baby is able to say dada. All right, now let's look at number 2. This one is tricky because the team is not a plural noun, but a collective noun, which means it may have many things in it, but it is acting as one group, one thing. So the subject pronoun for teen is actually it. So the correct answer for number 2 is able to. Let's go ahead and read number 2 aloud using is able to. And number 2, the team is able to win if they work together. All right, number 3, the students. So we should use are able to. Again, let's read the sentence using are able to. Number 3, the students are able to sing in Italian. Number 4, the cats also are able to. Let's go ahead and again speak the sentence using are able to. Number 4, the cats are able to catch field mice. And finally, number 5, I is going to be am able to. Let's read that together. Number 5, I am able to tell some really funny stories. And again, we constantly see the verb one after these modals. Okay, let's try the same thing now, but this time we're going to change could to was able to or were able to. So again, pause the video, write out your answers, and when you're ready to see the correct answers, hit play. All right, number 1, we should be changed to were able to. Again, let's read that using were able to instead of could. Number 1, we were able to see a rainbow after the storm. Number 2, it says I, so that's going to be was able to. Let's read it. Number 2, I was able to hear my father snoring in the next room. If you don't know what snoring is, it's that noise people make when they sleep sometimes, like that. All right, number 3, we, so that's going to be were able to. Let's read it together. We were able to swim to the other side of the river last year. Number 4, mom, so that's going to be was able to. Again, let's read it together. Mom was able to grow large tomatoes when we were kids. And the last one, Sala, which is a girl's name, she, so we're going to use was able to. Let's read it together. Number 5. Sala was able to speak Pashto when she was young. Okay, so how did you do? I would really love to see you drop some examples of your own below using is, am, and are able to, and was, were able to. Where can you use these in your everyday conversation instead of using only can and could? Think about ways you can build your fluency here and let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks so much for watching.